we're back.
We're back. Back in business.
I'm here. I have 0 corona. Still.
Nil.
Which is all we can hope for at this point.
I mean,
honestly.
it's great at this point to not have corona.
It was a rough week.
It was.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
No, it's okay. I got sick again, which is why we didn't record an episode last week. Yeah, and I got all the tests again.
Yes.
I got tested for strep. I got tested for everything.
All the viruses.
Turns out, just a common cold.
But you can never be too safe in this current time.
But you feel so stupid when you because I felt really sick and my throat was it was not great.
No.
And then the test results come back and it's nothing. And the doctor was like, no, it's probably just a really nasty cold. And I was so happy that he put the word nasty in front of it, because then I was like, okay, it's not just
a cold.
Any cold.
No, it's a nasty cold. Yeah, it's bad.
It's bad.
It's bad.
So yeah, I was happy about that. Well, not happy, but obviously I'm glad I don't have anything, but it just makes you feel a little bit stupid.
I mean, speaking on behalf of the people, you're welcome, everyone. I think we're all glad that you got tested and you did go to the doctors, because if you did have corona and you didn't do that, you know, it could have been worse.
True.
For you and for others.
So we're all grateful.
We are.
I feel much better.
I'm glad to hear that, Matilda.
Thank you.
I'm pleased.
Thank you for your concern, Esme.
No worries.
It's actually really cute, because if one of us gets sick, the other person does not handle it well.
No, it's so sad.
So when I let Esme know last week that I was sick again, you got so
I got really upset. I got really upset.
upset.
I did get really upset.
Yeah, and you were like, do you need me to call you? Do you need me to... I can take a break from work. Do you need anything?
Should I bring something?
Do you have food? Should I bring... I was like, no, I'm good. Yeah, but do you have food though? I was like, you just asked. I do have food.
You can never be too sure really if the other one has food.
Yeah, it was really cute.
I just kept thinking about the emoji again.
Oh, yeah. My emoji.
Yeah.
But speaking of not... being or feeling well, someone has an injury.
Someone's me. It's me.
Spoiler. Can I just give a little bit of backstory? Because the thing is, I don't know. I know that you've sprained your ankle, right? Yes. But I don't know what you have done, because you have saved this story for the podcast.
I have.
And the only reason I know you've sprained your ankle in the first place is because you can barely walk on it.
Yeah,
so
it's not
when
great.
You were coming here today to record this podcast, you asked me so kindly if I could pick you up.
Yes.
And I did, and then I was like, what have you done? And you were like, no, I'll tell you in the podcast. So here we are.
Well, in the podcast.
What did you do, Esme?
Well, okay, here's the thing. It's so undramatic and kind of disappointing that it's almost funnier. So I was walking home from work yesterday. Let me set the scene. I've been working late with one of my colleagues, great guy, and he was like, let's go home. And I was like, sure. And he was going the same way as me, because he was going to play volleyball in Tushov, if you know Oslo. Anyway, so he has a bike, but he's just riding it next to me, right? He's just pushing it next to me. And I'm walking down the pavement. And we leave the office, we turn left. Now I'm going to tell Matilda, when Matilda picked me up, I told her to take in the scenery, because it was the scene of the crime being my ankle being sprained.
Yep.
Anyway, so walking, and we get all of about 50 meters out of the office.
Oh, no.
And we're talking, and the guy I'm walking with, he's very tall, okay? So I'm looking up at him to talk to him.
Because you're very short.
Because I'm
For
very
those of you who can't tell from us sitting down in this podcast, Esme is not tall.
No, I'm not tall. That was not God's gift to me.
You're minute.
I am minute. It's true. So yeah, and I'm walking down the pavement or the sidewalk, the same sidewalk I walk down every single day. And apparently there's a huge hole in it. Like a dip.
Oh, no.
Okay, like a dip. You know, the really small, deep dips. And I'm just talking and I'm walking and I just deck it to the ground.
Oh, God.
And the thing is...
Wait, you fell?
Completely. Hands on, I graze my knees. Okay,
no.
So here's the thing that happens. I stand in the hole and apparently my ankle buckles and I just fall, but I don't put my hands out. I just put them up.
Yeah, smart.
So I just land on my face.
Oh, God.
And I open my eyes, so dramatic, and I'm like, did you push me? Because
Wait, did you ask him that?
Yeah, I was like, what just happened? And he was like, I don't know how he managed to keep a straight face, because it was hilarious
I would have
because
just laughed and for a good 5 minutes, and then I would have asked if you were
honestly,
fine.
I know that I like did this in the air as I fell. I kind of,
Oh my god.
yeah. So I fell flat on my face and he was like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" And I was like, "How are you not laughing right now?" I literally just fell
Were there other people
like a
around?
sack of shit onto the ground. And he was like, "I'm trying very hard not to laugh. Can you tell me if you're okay so I can laugh?" I'm like, "I'm fine."
Oh my
Yeah, there was
god.
other people around. I didn't take in how many people, but it
Mhm.
was a bit later than we usually leave work, so it was okay. But yeah, so I stood up and I was like, "Oh, I'm fine." And then I took like one step and I was like, "I hurt my ankle."
Oh man.
Yeah, so then I had to take a scooter home because there was no buses going.
So
Anyway,
funny.
so yeah, basically it was a dip in the road, a dip in
Oh
the
man,
sidewalk.
I wish I could see this.
It hurt so bad, and do you know what? I don't remember the last time I physically fell over in
Neither.
my like adult life.
Yep.
I,
It doesn't really
like
happen that
face
often.
first. It doesn't
Nope.
happen,
Nope.
and I've also never felt less athletic. I
Yeah,
just
I get
felt like
that.
I was like a rock that was just
Oh my
like,
god.
yeah. So it was really embarrassing. It was really embarrassing.
But thank you for sharing this story though,
I
because it
mean,
is a really good story.
no worries.
And I'm sure we can all picture Esme lying flat on the ground
In the middle of Oslo. I work in the
from
center of Oslo,
stepping in
people.
a hole.
Yeah. The hole that's been there the whole time. The
So
whole
the
time.
whole
The whole
time.
time. Yeah.
Oh,
Tragic.
that's funny.
Tragic and
Well,
embarrassing, but
we will wrap your ankle in something
yeah.
later so you feel better. Is it
Sad.
okay?
It's fine. It
Yeah.
doesn't hurt. It only hurts when I walk, basically. So,
Which is
which
pretty
is
much
often.
all the time.
So I've been wheeling around the office in my wheelie chair.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, at least you have a wheelie chair.
I do have a wheelie chair.
Yeah.
It's ergonomic.
Well,
Yeah.
speaking of work environment,
Wheelie chairs?
no, but in my line of duty,
Yes.
so to speak,
Tell me
which
more.
is in part why we started this podcast.
It is.
I have an album coming up.
True.
We've yet to announce the date, but it is it's approaching
It's
fast.
it's fast approaching. Watch out.
It really is. We will let you know soon.
But not now.
But not today.
We do this on every
which we've
podcast.
said but honestly, like I wish I could, but there are other things that I have to wait for.
Yeah. And I've signed an NDA, so
Yes, you did.
yeah.
But this will be the first place I tell
It will be,
anyone.
actually.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
But anyway, so album is done. Pretty sure we said that last time.
Yeah.
If not,
we
album is
explained
done.
the mixing and
Oh,
mastering.
yes,
last
we
time.
did, but that's done. So it's literally 100% done. It could not be more done.
It's done.
Than what it is right
Done.
now.
Did it. Done.
If I wanted to change something, too late. You know what I mean?
It's too late.
Done. It's done.
Is it done?
It's done.
It's done.
You know what? Want to tell you a secret?
Tell me.
The album is done.
It's done. Oh my god. Okay. What?
Anyway, so I had a little bit of a crisis a few days ago where the artwork for the album. I'm gonna try to tell this story without actually giving away anything.
I know it's
but
hard.
we had artwork for the album that was done, and a few days ago it dawned on me this is not the right artwork. It's so wrong.
Yeah.
I cannot go with this artwork. It
Can't
gives
carry on with this.
it gives the wrong like idea of what the album is.
Yeah.
Basically.
Doesn't match the vibe.
Doesn't match the vibe at all. And it doesn't really match like what I want to say either. And so
No.
I told my team at Sony, which is my label, that I want to change the album artwork. And their initial thought or response was, "Oh, what do you want to change about it?" Like thinking that I wanted to change, like tweak something. And I was like, "No, I want a new one, like a completely new one." And they were like, "Yeah, but we kind of need to like send in the artwork to like all the streaming services like yesterday." And I was like, "Yes, I hear you.
Make that tomorrow."
But make that tomorrow, exactly. So I was like, I'm going to call my brother because he's a graphic designer and he is really talented. And also he knows me so well. It's the same with you. Like,
exactly.
where, first of all, I called you first. And
Yes.
you kind of, because I said to you, like, between you, me, and my brother, this is how we came up with
Yeah.
the new artwork. Because I reached out to Esme first and I said to her, I have about 3% of an idea. That's all I have. I'm not
Oh.
really sure what I'm picturing, but I'm picturing something. And so
Mm.
I'm trying to explain a feeling to you.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you
Yeah.
say that
Yeah,
that's what
that's
I? Yeah,
about
I was
right.
trying to
Yeah.
explain a feeling to you.
Mm.
And Esme, knowing me the way she does, also genius, comes back to me with like a full on like color scheme. And I was like, dude, yes, this is exactly what I did
Yeah.
not know that I had in my mind.
Mhm.
And so I take this color scheme, go to my brother. I was like, now I have about 23% of an
We're
idea.
up 20% at this point.
Yeah, you gave me a good
Yeah.
20%, probably maybe even 30. Anyway, I was like, this is the amount of unfinished idea I have. Can you please just use your head to be
Mhm.
in tune with my head and try to figure this out? And he's like, yes, I'll do this tonight. And I'm sitting on pins and needles waiting for him to come back with something because I know the time limit on this,
Time is of the
right?
essence.
Time is so of the essence like it's never been before. And I have literally like four different people at Sony
Breathing down your neck.
and talking to me on different platforms at different
Stressful.
times. Like, when is the new artwork coming? Like, is this happening? And I was like, it's happening. Give me a
It's
second.
it's
And they were
happening.
like, we don't have any seconds to spare, but okay. So anyway, he comes back with ID number one.
Mhm.
And I was like, this is so close. I cannot tell you what's wrong with it, but it's so close.
This is so close.
It's so close. Like, I felt like we narrowed it down to like we were on like a full 77% of
We
this
were.
idea that I was trying so hard to
Yeah.
pull out of my head. And it's hard to explain to someone what you're thinking when you
It
don't even
is.
know what you're
It
thinking.
is.
It was at that level where it's like I can't tell you what I'm looking for,
Mhm.
but I'll know when I see it.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And so I tried to tried to like again explain a feeling to him. And then he comes back with artwork
Here he
number
is.
2.
Here he is. The
Here
man of the
he
hour.
is.
The
It
man
comes
of the
back to
hour.
me last night. It drops down. He texts me. He's like, check your email. I'm at a barbecue, but
You
I'm
are.
like, I'm going to check my
My
email.
email.
I open my email and I'm literally just like a sigh of relief.
A
I was
sigh
like,
of
this
relief.
is what I did not know that I needed. This is perfection. This is what we're going
There
with.
it is.
Yeah. And so naturally sent it to my team at Sony. Um, who I'm not sure if they were maybe a little bit offended that I didn't like their artwork that
And
they came up with.
this one is not like that one.
Exactly. It's very, very different. And so they weren't negative, but they weren't really positive either. It was like,
True.
well,
Yep.
it sure is different. And they were like, we're glad you love it. And I was like, well, I'm glad I love it too, but I
But
would appreciate if you loved it as well. I
mhm.
think they were a little bit too locked on the initial idea
I agree.
to be able to be objective like that. But anyway, I made a call and
You
I
did.
said that this is my album and this is what I'm gonna do. So
You did it.
just yeah, I followed my gut
Yeah.
and I went with it, and I'm really happy,
Me too.
so happy.
Me too.
It looks awesome,
It does.
and
It's just what was needed.
because to me, when I like, we've talked about this before, how it's very different how people listen to albums.
Mhm.
Like, how sometimes you'll just listen. I feel like most people will
Mm.
just listen to the singles or some like couple of songs
Mhm.
that they either find or someone recommend to them.
Yeah.
And then, but other people will listen to an entire album. I'm one of those
Mhm.
people. And to me, before I start listening to an album for the first time, I look at the cover,
Yeah.
right?
Got it.
And to me, the cover usually will give me some sort of feeling as to what this album will be.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
terms of,
It sets the tone.
it really does. Like,
Mm.
what colors, like what picture, like what does it look like?
Mm.
What feeling does this give me? And then
Mm.
I expect that album to give me that feeling.
Yeah, exactly.
Great example of that would be like one of my favorite bands, Lainey.
Mhm.
They have this one album cover which is just a completely white background,
Yeah.
and it has
Yeah.
a drawing of a rose in the
Mhm.
middle of it. It's nothing. It doesn't say anything. It's just that.
Mhm.
And to me, that like kind of symbolizes like a lot of like melancholy.
Mhm.
And I was like, okay, so that should be the vibe, and
Yeah.
that is like the
That's
most
the vibe.
melancholic
Yeah.
album ever made. You know,
Yeah.
So that to me is important. And now I feel like when I look at, and I think you feel the same, like when
Mm.
I look at this new album cover, I'm like, that is the feeling.
That's the
What's
content. Like that,
exactly
I
like
didn't want to
that.
spoil anything.
No,
Yeah,
but yeah, no, I feel like now looking at it, I'm like, that represents the album really well.
I agree.
So I'm happy with it. And yeah, not to say that it's always like easy making an album, and like,
It's
because
not.
there's a lot of people involved in all the decisions,
That's true.
and it's like you make the album is done, but then there's all the things around it, you know, like
Exactly.
it's the artwork, it's whatever content you're
You're
gonna put
literally
out.
the finished album is like 50%. In a
Yeah,
way. Do you know
no,
what I
yeah,
mean?
it
Like
kind of is, because
it's like
there's,
100% of the album, but 50% of the work.
yeah, because everything else also needs to add up,
Mm.
you know, and then there's promotion and like interviews, like what kind of interviews should we
Mm-hmm.
do, who should we talk to, what websites should we
Yeah.
try and get to write about this, like it's all of those things around it that you need in place
Mm.
to make it happen, or at
Yeah.
least to like give the album like a fair chance.
Mm.
So yeah, no, we just like we said before we started today that we should like talk about it, because it's not like,
Yeah.
sometimes like I have the best team, like I love my team at Sony, but sometimes like you as an artist will know what you need to
Yeah.
do,
Yeah.
and it's so easy, and I've done this a lot when I was younger, like it's so easy when someone else has a different opinion to think like, well, they have more experience and
Mm.
like they know what they're doing,
Mm.
this is their job, to just go with what they want or what they
Mm.
suggest, you know,
And then you end up with
and then you end
funny
up
videos
with,
with a
oh let's not
No, I'm not
let's
gonna.
not go there, some other time we might go there.
Maybe.
But I feel like it's so important to, like, if you have a strong gut feeling on something, to just, and that goes for anything though,
Yeah.
not just making an album, like
Mm.
literally everything in your life. If you have a strong gut feeling about something, and you might be the only person who has this
Mm.
feeling, like, you need to stand up for that opinion or
That's
that
true.
view,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
like I would not, because now I'm like, it doesn't matter to me how this goes, because I'm
Mm.
so happy with everything, the way
Exactly.
everything looks, the way it sounds, and it's just on me, you know, like I can't
No
blame anyone else,
regrets.
because yeah, exactly, no regrets, or no regrets,
No
as my
regrets.
favorite tattoo says.
No regrets.
But yeah, no, so I'm
No.
pleased with it, and I'm so excited to share it.
Yeah, me too.
And it feels like we've said this forever, which we have, but it really is close at this
It's
point.
close, guys.
It's very
Bear
close.
with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if we said this before, but if this is any indication, there will be no more singles before the album comes out.
That's true.
That's close.
That's close.
That's close. I'm
That's
getting
close.
nervous. I'm getting nervous talking about it. No, it's gonna be fun. But we got a challenge
We did.
from your sister,
We did.
who, that was actually so fun. I
It
hadn't
was a
thought
good
about
one.
this myself, but she wanted us to. I'm going to try to explain this. Please feel free to jump in if I mess it up.
Okay.
But she wanted us to challenge each other to, if you were to pitch in a band or an artist to someone who's never heard of them,
Mm-hmm.
only playing one song
Yes.
of said artist or band,
Yes.
which song would you choose?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. It's
So
really tough.
it is tough. And we have, the only thing we've prepared is that we've prepared 5 artists
Mhm.
for each other,
Yes.
but we don't know. I obviously know what I'm going to ask you, but I don't know
Yeah.
what you're going to ask me.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can think of something at the top of our head.
Yeah. And I think that's actually quite fun. Like, because we have to, like, it will be almost instinct. Like,
Yeah.
okay, this is my favorite, or like, this is what I would think is like, shows the artist off in the best light, or.
Right.
Yeah.
And I do have a feeling that when we're done recording this, we might, one of us or both of us will be like, oh man, I should have
Yeah,
said
I
that
know.
song.
I'm
But-
100% sure that's going to happen.
So, but at least now you'll get like the genuine first response answer.
You
So, do you want to go first?
In what sense? As in, I ask you first, or you ask me first?
You ask me first.
I want to ask you first.
Okay.
Okay.
Go.
Okay, so your first artist is Coldplay.
Oh man, I kind of knew this would come.
Yeah, I thought
Okay.
so.
Coldplay. So
We have some time to like
so
talk
my
around it.
favorite song of Coldplay, which has been
Mhm.
my favorite song since I was 9,
Mhm.
is "Fix You."
Yep.
But I don't think that that's what I would have used,
No.
because I think anyone, almost anyone, would find "Fix You" to be like a really beautiful song,
Mhm.
but I don't think it's like diverse enough to to appeal to anyone.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So I'm gonna say that I would pitch in. Um, oh man,
It's hard.
because you can only choose one song. Probably "Lovers in Japan."
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's a good one.
thank you.
Wow.
Also one of my
Yeah, that's a
favorites.
great
Yeah.
song. That's a great song.
Because it's not too like sappy.
Mhm.
It's up tempo, but it has like a very specific Coldplay like melodies,
Yeah,
and it's
exactly.
very
You get the
Coldplay
Coldplayness of it,
for sure.
but you don't get like the necessarily the like somewhat sadder vibe that you
Right.
could expect.
Exactly. So yeah, I think I'd go with that.
That's a
Lovers in
great one. What
Japan.
a great start.
Thank you.
I'm really impressed.
Thanks.
I'm very pressured.
Oh, yeah. Well, you ready?
Oh no,
Here's
I'm
your
not
first one.
ready.
Louis Capaldi.
Oh, it's so hard. I know it.
Oh, you know it? That was good.
I know it. Hollywood.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
I
because
probably would have chosen Hollywood too. It's the
right?
same thing
Yeah,
there, though.
exactly. Exactly.
It's not too.
Yeah.
It's like not one of the ballads. It's
No.
something for anyone. Like even if you don't like the ballads, you can
Mhm.
still like
Mhm.
Hollywood.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's like upbeat, but you get to hear his voice and you get to hear like
but
it's
it's
like a
like it's
fun
kind of like a mellow up tempo song.
exactly.
Yeah, it's
And
really
like the
good.
I love the lyrics.
Oh, love. That's
Yeah.
a great choice. If
Thank
you
you.
don't know who Louis Capaldi, you probably do. If you don't
Yeah.
know who he is, or if you haven't like really listened to his music that much, you really should. And start with
Start with
Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. Okay, your
Thanks.
turn.
Okay. Are you ready?
I probably not.
No?
Go.
Oh, I don't know which one to do second. Oh, I'm thinking. Okay. Because I like ordered them, but I might just go in for it. Okay, I'm gonna just go in for it. Taylor Swift.
Damn it.
I was
Oh.
gonna save her till last, but I didn't. I didn't want
Okay.
to in the end.
Taylor Swift. So many songs to choose from though. With her, I feel
Mm.
like because she has the very country beginning,
Mhm.
and then she kept on that vibe for a while, went like a little bit into pop, and then
Mhm.
she did Reputation, which is
Mhm.
very different, and then she went back a little bit with Lover, and then
Mhm.
now with Folklore, which is completely acoustic and
Yeah.
like a totally different so it's very different, like a lot of
Mhm.
different eras of Taylor Swift. So I think that a lot of people could like one or two albums and then don't like the other
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah.
But still, if I were to pitch it in, maybe it's tempting to say one of like the old songs.
Mm.
Maybe actually I'd pitch her with 22.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I felt that too, that was an
Interesting.
interesting choice because it's a little bit in between the country of
Mhm.
it,
Mhm.
the very poppy thing,
Mhm.
but then it's like fun.
Yeah.
I feel like it's hard to hate that song.
Yeah. Yeah.
It puts you in a good
I feel
mood.
like everyone has danced to that song,
Right. Yeah.
right? Like if
Yeah.
it's come on at a party or like wherever and whatever in a car ride, anything,
Yeah.
everyone's had like a moment with Taylor Swift with that song, I think.
True. Yes, I think 22. I think that would be a
Interesting choice.
if I were I know I'm not allowed to do this, but if I were to choose a different song, I
Yes.
would choose Delicate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, your turn.
Fun.
Ready?
No.
The Killers.
Oh, I hate that I'm gonna say this,
Oh no.
but it's gonna have to be Mr.
Yeah.
Brightside.
Well, it's a good one.
Do you know why?
Tell
I'm
me.
gonna tell you why. It's not just because it's like the song of like the decade or
Mhm.
however long
Of
it's been at
our
this point.
lives.
Yeah, exactly. It's more that like I feel like even if I'd never heard that song,
Mhm.
as soon as I heard it for the first time, I'd be like, this is awesome.
It's iconic.
It's like you immediate we've
Yeah.
spoken about it before how like you immediately get this like, ooh,
Yeah.
like, okay, this is getting great. And then it gets greater and greater and greater. And then
Yep.
you want it to play again.
I totally agree with
Do
you.
you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
100%.
Yeah. I think I know it's too predictable, but I just think it's the
No,
only
but like
one.
yes, but also no because like
Mm,
it does represent the band so
exactly.
well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a reason why it's their biggest hit.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with that one. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna change it even after this podcast. Who knows?
Great choice.
No one knows.
Your turn.
Okay. We've already mentioned this band in this podcast already, so a nice little interlink.
Ooh.
Laney.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's tough.
Oh.
Oh, there are so many epic songs from
Mm,
Lainey.
I know.
Lainey is one of those bands where I can go on their Spotify profile
Mm-hmm.
and not select anything, but just shuffle play the entire
Yeah,
artist
got
page,
it.
and
Yeah.
I will love every single
Mm-hmm.
song. Like I will not skip a
Mm-hmm.
single song on a
Mm-hmm.
Lainey album. It's not that many bands that I do that with.
No.
So this is a tricky one. Again, I have my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
I have like my all-time favorite Lainey
Mm-hmm.
song, and then I have, in chronological order
Mm-hmm.
after that. But I do think that if I were to pitch them in, first of all, I would tell everyone and anyone who has the
Yes.
opportunity to go see Lainey live
Mm-hmm.
because I've seen them live 3 times,
Mm-hmm.
and all 3 concerts are 3 of my absolute favorite concerts that I've
Mm-hmm.
ever been to. So good live. But I would pitch them with Through These Tears.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've heard that song.
What?
I don't think I've heard
Well,
that
I will
song.
pitch you Lainey with
Yes.
that
Pitch
song
me,
when
Laney.
we're done.
I will take it. I will
Oh,
take
it's
it.
so good. It's so sad but like uplifting at the same time.
Love that.
Cause
Yeah.
like the vibe of the song, like the
Mm.
instruments are like kind of uplifting, and it
Mm-hmm.
has just like this vibe of it. It's just like going and going and
Yeah.
going. But then like he's so sad when he's
Oh
singing. He's
no.
literally singing like I can't see nothing through these tears because he's so heartbroken. Isn't it so sad?
Poor guy.
Yeah. Oh man.
I'll
They're
help.
releasing a new album like next week. I'm excited.
Oh, fun.
Okay, your turn. This
Hmm.
is a tricky one.
Oh no.
Here we go. Guys, drum roll. Beyoncé.
I thought this might come up. Okay. Now, I've thought about this because I thought it was going to come up.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't reached a conclusion. I made a list.
Yep,
Can I consult my list to make my final decision?
absolutely.
Thank you.
Find your list. I'm
Yeah.
excited now.
Where is it?
She's pulling up her list on her phone for those of you not watching on YouTube.
I'm pulling up my list because I had suspected this. Here we go.
Yep.
Because here's the thing. Let me walk you through what happened here.
How many songs do you have on your list?
It's a Beyoncé list.
Yeah, I got you. Too
Okay.
many.
So,
Yep.
setting the scene.
Yep.
There's a lot of songs. Setting the scene. I was on Lemonade at first because I love that album, right?
Mhm.
And I also love Beyoncé, the album.
Yep. Great.
But then
album.
I thought, do you know what I love more than all of those songs? Is an old song.
What is it? I feel like I want to guess. No,
Please
I'm
guess.
not gonna guess.
No, don't guess.
You're so distracted by your phone right now. This is.
I
great.
am because I
This is a
can't
great
decide now.
podcast.
I can't decide.
Just say the first thing that comes to mind.
No, because I'm gonna
Do
regret it.
No,
I'm gonna
do
regret
It's
it.
fine. Do it.
Okay, I'm gonna
First
go.
song that comes.
Okay,
to
I'm
mind.
gonna go with Pretty Hurts.
Oh,
Because it was between. I'm not gonna go through it, but it was between a few songs.
great choice.
But yeah.
I love that song.
Okay. Oh no, I already regret it because the other one on my list was also up there.
Okay, which one is it?
No, I'm gonna stick with it.
Okay. Are you not gonna tell us what you were thinking?
I was also thinking of EXO, which is on the same album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
EXO is one of my favorite Beyonce songs.
Yeah. But I'm gonna stick with Pretty Hurts.
Pretty Hurts is a.
I made
very
a
good
full
choice.
I was going through it. I got a bit distracted there, guys. Sorry,
It's a-
because it was because I thought it was gonna come up.
But it's important. It's Beyonce. It's the queen.
It's true. It's
It's
true.
hard to choose.
I've seen her live twice.
But
It's awesome.
yeah, I've seen her live once. It was
Love
a
her.
religious experience of sorts.
I could never have described it better.
Thank you.
Wow.
I remember I felt like I was standing like fairly far away from the stage, and I was like, oh well, like I'm not gonna try to fight with 25,000 people to get in front, so I'll just stand here. And a little bit bummed out, but it was fine. And in the middle of the concert, well, actually towards the end of the concert, like the stage goes dark, right? All of a sudden, Beyonce emerges from the floor, literally a few feet from where I'm standing.
It's done.
And
It's over
it's
for me
her
now.
It's a girl with an acoustic guitar.
Oh, I know what's gonna
It's just
happen
the
now.
two of them singing my all-time favorite Beyonce song,
Tell us what it is,
"Irreplaceable."
dude.
It was a moment that I will never
Gospel.
forget, dude.
Insane.
Honestly, I actually covered that song once. It's
You
on YouTube
did.
and Spotify for those of you who wants to listen.
That's
Do
true.
not expect Beyonce when you listen to it, but it was
It's not
fun.
Beyonce. It's you.
Oh, yeah,
I
that
have
was a
this. I
moment.
actually managed to get the set list from the show.
Fun.
Fun. Yeah, love Beyonce. I'm
Love.
still thinking about my decision, but I'm
No,
sticking
no,
with it.
stick with it.
I think people, if you like gave, because the whole point is like giving someone a song to listen to the artist.
Hmm.
I think it's not what you'd expect, and it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I support that choice.
Thank
It's a
you.
good choice. It's your turn. I'm nervous. We're getting close to the end here.
I
We
know.
have two left each, right?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go.
I feel like you knew this was coming. Phineas.
Oh. Oh, okay. Phineas. Phineas. Um that is hard because
It's
first
very,
of all,
very
he
hard.
doesn't have that much music out. So I
No.
feel like what you choose here, or in this case, what I choose,
Yeah.
is very defining,
It is.
you know?
It is.
So I feel like the obvious choice would
Mhm.
be Let's Fall in Love.
Mhm.
Um, but I think that I'm gonna go with Break My Heart Again. Isn't that what it's called? Break My Heart Again? Is an
Yeah.
again in there?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna go with. Because the
Yeah.
piano in that,
I
like the
know.
do 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 do, like it's so that was a horrible rendition of that piano. I actually learned how to, I sent you a video. I
You
learned how to
did.
play it last time I was at my parents' house because they have a proper piano. But there's just something about that song that just gets me
Yeah.
every time. I've heard it so many times, and every time I get the same feeling. It's yeah,
I
that's what
know.
I'd go with, 100%.
Good
Such a good
choice.
song.
Good
Remember when
choice.
he did that live when we saw? Oh,
Dude, speaking of religious experiences.
yeah, that's probably the first time in our entire friendship that we have stood next to each other for like an hour, hour and a half without
Without
saying
saying
a
anything.
word. Because we were just so in awe.
I was
We didn't even like say
Wha-
like, oh my god, that was so good. Like we
Yeah.
literally said
I
nothing.
said
We
nothing.
just stood there. And then we even like we walked back to the car saying nothing. And then
Nothing.
we got in the car saying nothing. We drove out of the parking lot that we were in, or like parking
Garage.
garage.
Yeah.
And I think we had been driving for a good like 10 minutes before both of us were like, dude, that was insane.
Yeah, like what just
It
happened?
was a lot to take in.
I was sure it was a dream.
Yeah, that was wild. But okay.
Getting carried
Second
away.
to last one
Oh no.
for you.
Oh no.
Careful what you answer
Oh
here.
god.
Think about it.
Sweating.
Think about this. Me. If you were to pitch me
Okay.
to someone that had never heard my music before,
Okay.
which song would you pitch me with? I'm so
This
excited
is
for you to
really
answer this.
difficult. This is really difficult.
You do know pretty much all of my songs.
I know every
Well,
single one.
You do know every single one.
I do know
You
every
also
single
know
one.
them, in all fairness, better than I do.
I actually do. It's
The
fun.
lyrics, yeah.
It's
I
fun.
never remember my own lyrics, but Esme does.
I do. And that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you gonna choose?
Oh my god.
What are you thinking right now?
I'm stuck. Okay, I'm stuck between a song that's on Serendipity
Mm-hmm.
and stuck between a song that's
New.
currently a single.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, interesting. Wonder what's Oh, I think I know.
If I was
are
to
you gonna
pitch you,
choose?
here's what I'm going to say.
Mhm.
I'm going to pick the more recent one
Yep.
because I feel like that's more valid pitch
Right.
because it's you now, and it's very
Yep.
and you now is very different to you in Serendipity.
100%.
And you know what I mean, like
Oh, yeah.
style, like your voice is
Absolutely.
matured, like it's different, right?
Yep.
So yeah, it's going to have to be. I don't think you're going to expect this.
Probably not. Say
I'm
it.
really stuck between two.
No, just say it. Take the recent one since that's what you
Yeah,
wanted
no,
to do.
now it's two recent
Oh,
ones
it's
because
two
I
recent
started
ones.
to stress. Okay, I'm gonna go with Figure It Out.
Wow.
I'm gonna go with Figure It
You're
Out.
going
Almost,
with the latest single.
I am, and I almost went with Say Something.
Mm-hmm. That's what I thought the second
Yeah,
one would be.
yeah, I thought that too because also I have this very strong affinity with the video, which I
Right.
could also pitch
Yep.
with the song
Mm-hmm.
because I just made that rule. But I'm gonna go figure out because it's something about that song that I love it.
You do
I
love that
really love it,
song.
and I have loved it pretty much since
Yeah, you've
we decided that it was gonna come out.
right. And in all fairness, I wrote that song a little over a year ago,
Mhm.
and you've heard it since
Mhm.
then. So
Mhm.
like you've heard it for a year,
Yeah.
just pretty much
Yeah.
waiting for it to come out.
Yeah.
So yeah, all
Yeah,
right.
I would
It's
pitch figure it out. I would
so
pitch figure it out.
interesting, like hearing like what someone else would pick. Because I'm pretty sure if we were to, let's say you asked like my mom, and
Mhm.
then we asked like another friend of ours or some
Mhm.
like random people,
Yeah.
everyone would probably choose different songs,
Yeah.
so it's very
Yeah.
interesting to hear you who know like my catalog probably better than anyone else.
Mm.
um yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I would pick that
interesting.
one.
Okay, fun.
I also might, like, because I make up a rule now, I might put Ghost in there as well if I'm
Oh, you're putting Ghost in
allowed.
there?
Yeah, I know. You weren't expecting that, were you?
No, definitely
No.
not. Huh.
I really like that song. Yeah,
Well, that's fun.
there's that.
Well, it's my last one, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
And you know who it is?
Oh, I'm pretty sure
Matilda.
we have the last one, the same one for both of us.
We do.
Yeah.
We do. It is Miss Billie Eilish.
Miss Billie Eilish.
I'm
Well.
so curious because I said to my sister that I think we're going to pick very different songs, or at least
Mhm.
different songs.
Mm-hmm. I sure know what I'm gonna pick.
She sure does.
I sure do, and I know that you're gonna be so surprised. I think.
I'm so excited.
And the reason so I'm gonna pitch Billy, and so are you.
Yes,
We did
yes.
decide that
Yep.
beforehand
Yep.
because obviously the name of the podcast and everything. I'm just looking at the screen because I'm a little bit worried that it's gonna stop recording because I messed something up, but we'll see what happens.
Oh no.
Anyway, the reason why I'm choosing this song is because
Oh, I love it when people start a sentence like that.
is because I love all of what she does, right? As do you. But there's something about the first time I heard this song. I have a very like vivid memory of hearing it for the first time. Like I remember what I was wearing. I remember where I was. I remember
Oh.
everything that happened when I heard this song for the first time.
Oh.
And then it also like the feeling it gave me in that moment, the very first time I heard it, I still get that feeling. And with other songs of
Okay.
hers, I have loved them,
Mhm.
and I've loved them so much that I've listened to them a bunch. But then, as time goes by, like not that I don't love them anymore, but it loses a little bit of its like initial effect. Do you know what I mean? But this song, that just stays the same. So I'm gonna choose. Ready?
I feel like I know, but I'm not going to be right.
Wish You Were Gay.
Oh my god, I did not expect that.
Right?
But I was there.
You were there because
I was
we
there.
heard it together. We were in the middle of a photo shoot.
We were driving
in-
through Culver City.
Yes, we were driving. Exactly. We were driving through Culver City in LA. We were in the middle of a photo shoot going from one location to another.
Oh my god.
And she had just released it. And
Mhm.
we were like, she had released it like that morning.
Yep.
So we hadn't had a chance to listen to it because
No.
we had been at this photo shoot all day. And now we're going to drive for like 20 minutes. We were like, okay, let's listen to it.
Oh my god.
So we cranked up the volume and we put it on, and both of us just like looked at each other like, what the heck is this? Like this,
yeah.
I was not expecting any turns that song took. Not the lyrics, not the melodies, not the beat, and like the laid back like singing that she's doing. And I still get that feel. Like every time I put it on, I feel like I'm back in that car with you, driving through Culver
Oh my
City, listening to
God.
it. So yeah, that's why I'm choosing that song.
I love that you're choosing that song.
Thank you.
Wow.
Now, Esme, it's your turn.
Okay. Everyone who's gotten this far on this podcast journey knows that Billie Eilish is my favorite artist, pretty much.
Also, your favorite human after your fiance and myself.
Yes.
I would say.
Yes, that also.
I put myself in that mix.
I welcome you. It's true.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I actually found like my playlist that I first added Ocean Eyes on, and I was like, it's been long.
Yeah.
And it's been
you
a
also
ride.
You heard Ocean Eyes on SoundCloud
I
before
did.
it was even out.
I did.
Yeah.
Because I used to be a SoundCloud kind of gal.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so it's been a journey.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a long and winding journey, and
I'm thinking so hard on what I think you're gonna. I have no idea.
I am torn
Mm.
because I have to keep remembering the premise of this activity,
Yep.
which is pitching a song
Yeah, and not your favorite.
and not your favorite
Exactly.
song,
Yeah.
right? So I'm like, okay, I have to think about it that way, right? But I can't. So
True.
because I'm picking one that is one of my favorite songs.
I did
if
pick
not,
one of my favorite songs,
yeah.
but also I do think that
Oh,
you know
100%,
it's
100%.
pitch worthy.
And I think I'm picking it one because I think I think it is my favorite song. And two, because I feel like it's kind of, it gives you the vibe of Billie Eilish, but she has so many different vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Like almost every song is different. I mean, you can compare like a song and they're completely, totally different. So
Yeah.
it's impossible to pitch Billie Eilish with one song, I think,
True.
and say this is what she's like as an
If
artist.
you were allowed to choose like a selection of 3, that would be easier to pitch her with.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So anyway,
What are
I
you
would
choosing?
pitch. This has been bugging me for 2 days. And I think I'm picking one that's safe in a way because I didn't want to add one that had like some different things about it because maybe someone doesn't
Just
like
tell
it.
us.
I'm pitching. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna do one.
Say it.
I Don't Want to Be You Anymore.
Oh.
From the Don't Smile at Me EP.
That is a good one.
Yeah. It is like the song that's had
What
like
a tune.
like I've listened to that song for so many years now.
Yeah.
That I'm like, and it's never like a good experience. Like I almost with that song I listen to it in different moods and it has different like
meanings
and
yeah.
like it's just like stuck with me for like
I
the
love
whole
that
time.
when you can listen to a song if you're like, let's say you listen to it when you're upset and it's like the saddest song ever, but then you listen to it when you're in a really good place and it's like, oh, this song is actually kind of uplifting.
Exactly.
It's so weird, like when someone like nails that balance. I feel like a lot of her songs are like that.
Yeah, exactly. Like another favorite of mine, if we want to talk about it, is You Should See Me in a Crown. Because I can bust a butt to that song. It's freaking awesome. I love that song. It's one of my top 2 favorite Billie Eilish songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But great choice.
Thank you.
This was a fun activity.
This was fun. Thanks, Saf. It was very fun.
Thank you. That's all of our songs. Also our time.
Oh no.
Running out.
Oh, I have to mention something.
Please do.
I hope that because let me just briefly say something. I got my first bit of online hate recently.
What?
You said, do you remember?
I do remember.
It's not hate. That
not
was bold.
But it's a comment.
It's a comment
on something you do.
It didn't hurt me, but I've tried not to do it in this podcast. But I don't know if I succeeded. Someone asked, why do I repeat? What was it?
Why do you repeat my questions when you answer my questions?
Yeah.
So if I say like, or repeat my sentences, I think it said. So if I were to go like, so we went on a road trip yesterday, and then if you were to pitch in, you would say we did go on a road trip yesterday, and then you'd
exactly. So I'm sorry, guys, if that's annoying.
Yeah, but you always do that. It's not just in this podcast. Like you do that in life.
I do that.
I don't know if it's see now you did it. No! I do that. Oh my god. So I don't know if it's a you thing or if it's a British thing. Maybe.
I couldn't say.
I think it's cute when
Thank
you do
you.
it. So for me,
you said it feels like I'm listening.
I feel like I really do because like I know that you heard what I was saying when you repeated.
Exactly.
So I don't mind it.
I'm not changing for anyone.
No, and especially not for one person.
No.
It's just literally just one person who said that in the comments on YouTube.
Do you have a podcast?
No, you don't.
No, you
don't. Stay in your lane, girl.
Stay in your lane.
But on that note, we're glad to be back.
So glad to be back.
Thank you for listening. We really appreciate it.
We do.
And if anyone else has other topics or like things or challenges or whatever you want us to do, then please come with them. And I would like to keep, I was going to say last week's challenge, but it's been 2 weeks. The last challenge we had, which was to add Figure It Out to your playlists and share it with your friends. I like to keep that going. And it's really fun because I recently got some statistics on that song, and it's doing really well, and is doing better than a lot of my other songs in like their first initial weeks. So please keep it up.
Keep it up.
And if you share it on your Insta story or Twitter or someplace else, please tag me. I like
and tag me.
And tag
Esme.
That'd be fun. I like seeing it. So yeah, thank you for listening and for sharing, and keep it up.
Yeah.
And we will see you a week from now.
A week from now.
Bye.
Bye.